Did you forget who I am?
It's just more proof that the show is already dead. I mean, the show's existence was already the franchise jumping the shark. But we've seen this show jump the shark like, what, twice in itself already? From having stupid characters, to having ugly animation, to just doing everything in your power to insult the original trilogy. But I guess that buzzsaw plotline has to be wrapped up. And also, I guess Namari from Raya and the Last Dragon is also going to be a problem now, so I guess that's two plot lines that still need to get wrapped up before we can officially end this shit. Honestly, I can't help but get the feeling that even the writers are getting sick of this show, because, like, what else is there to do? So at this point, they don't even bother trying to explore what little things they could be doing that, honestly, could have been an interesting thing to explore. Take episode 1, for example. Taking place about a month after the end of season 5, the dragons have now somewhat assimilated to human society. Now, that would be an interesting thing to focus on for the entire season. So, of course, we barely even see it in this one episode alone. Yeah, it's there, and we do see how much trouble the dragons are causing the people. And by see it, I mean, of course, just have everyone talk about the things that the dragons are doing.
The dragons seem to have trampled through our garden. How? Can you do something about that?
Wow, that sounds like a really shitty situation. And a funny one. I wish we would have seen it, but no, instead most of the episode is Tom going into a new realm, because it wouldn't be the 9 realms without another realm, now wouldn't it? Sorry, but from what we do see in the show, the dragons are just more like pests rather than an actual problem. Oh no, the dragons trampled over my garden. Oh no, the dragons won't stop making noises. You're lucky they don't melt your faces off and then proceed to slurp it up like a sundae. I feel like you could have easily made the situation way more dire to where you both understand and even relate with these people. You know, kind of like in Riders of Berg. In Riders of Berg, that was the focus of the entire season, trying to get humans and dragons to live together in harmony. In that show, they emphasized just how difficult of a struggle that would be for the writers, not just because of the pre-existing tension between both sides, but also the fact that they're still fire-breathing dragons. It didn't stop with small petty shit like, oh no, they trampled my garden. It started with, oh no, they burned my fucking house down. Which, yeah, that's a real problem. They spent multiple episodes on this.
That is
issues because of how hard it would genuinely be to have a peace between both sides, from dealing with mildew and petty schemes, to believing that Thor himself was mad about the whole thing. It was uneasy, but they didn't stop there. They also acknowledged the cultural shift that such a big change would cause, like Gobber being out of a job as a blacksmith and turning into a dentist. I get not wanting to just redo what you did already, even though you are technically, but in a modern setting, you can easily innovate and do something different. Like have the dragons mess with the technology that's around the base, have them destroy a house or something. Show us the actual tension between both sides and emphasize that the consequences could have been serious. But, as it is, everyone's complaints are just coming across as both petty and annoyed. Like the dragons are less dangerous animals that shouldn't be fucked with, and more like a dog who isn't potty trained. Sorry, I don't feel bad for them being inconvenient like this. It's not interesting, it's just boring. And of course, this is the only episode in the entire season that actually focuses on Icarus and the dragon's relationship. Sure, the adults do bring it up in later episodes, but it mainly involves Amari being a bitch, which I'll come to later. This is the only episode where that tension between both sides is actually the center conflict of the episode. The rest of the show is honestly just more of the same stuff we've been getting. Tom and his friends go on adventures in a new realm. They fight buzzsaw for the upkeep time. They discover new dragons. It's almost like the humans didn't even discover dragons after all, which honestly doesn't surprise me as much as it should. Speaking of Tom, this is such a perplexing character to me. Like, how many times is he gonna undergo the same goddamn character arc? Tom has learned to trust others and let people in this world like, what, 5 times now? Either Tom is A, the most boring character in the world, who is only capable of one single character arc and nothing else, or B, he is the stupidest character in the world since he keeps forgetting his own goddamn development. So the group realizes that something's going on in the hidden world that's causing the dragons to come to the surface. So Tom's dumbass decides he's gotta go by himself because he's got a character arc to read through for the 14th time. While that's going on, the other writers are actually getting annoyed by Tom getting another character arc. Prince Charles V is like, dude, why is everyone obsessed with Tom? Why don't we get character arcs? Tom goes to the hidden world and finds what I guess is the actual guild time for the Lady Dragon, which means I guess under his home and like the Lady Dragon. How he works to make sure that the biome. I think it might be that would actually Barlheim, the land of course, which means that Helheim is all that's left. It'll be a normal reality, you know what I mean? So Thunder gets shot down by some alien arrows, which I will admit, it would look pretty cool with that color coordination. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty cool. I can't do any of this anymore. Gee, that dialogue didn't sound forced or tailored to be specifically about the original franchise. It came out so naturally and realistically, and oh my god, this is so fucking dumb all the time. Holy fuck! Is Tom actually trying to defend himself and Thunder? I thought that was cool. You can hurt dragons no matter what they do. After they show coffee, tailored to be specifically about the original franchise? Well, how about Thunder just pulling out of his ass that lightning and specifically the third movie? Yep, just out of nowhere. It had no build-up to it whatsoever, and I'm not even surprised that it was like, well, we're going to do it, so why not? If anything, I'm surprised it took this long for it to finally happen. How did you do that? There were 3 of them, and it just went like, just how valuable they are. Again. So, I'm trying to live up to this dragon whisperer legacy. Chase coach for the past. I hope.
I'm sure it's really hard.
Wait, we're forgiving him? How many free passes does this move hand out? Honestly, I'm with Charles in this one. This is getting ridiculous. Wait, we're forgiving him? How many free passes does this move hand out? Episode 2. Honestly, not a whole lot to say about this one because it is fine. It's perfectly serviceable. D'Angelo actually gets an episode himself, which like makes damn. This is the last time a boy got an episode about himself, like season 3. Oh, it was. I thought the doctor was useless. He's supposed to be the doctor, arguably the most important member of the team, and yet he's done nothing for like 3 seasons up till now. And the episode he gets is a boring filler episode. How deserved. Alex still doesn't get an episode this season. Seriously, Dreamers, NATO is knocking on your door right now. Finland just joined NATO, and you don't want to fuck with Finland, okay? Russia doesn't fuck with Finland. 2 words, bitches. Simo, Payma. Look him up. So, yeah, this episode is all about no, the kids aren't allowed to use them because fuck it. We gotta have some reason for the animals to be able to use them. So, that's the whole thing. More of a D'Angelo our kids working together and learning about each other kind of thing. It's pretty typical in terms of execution, which for this show means it's honestly pretty boring. So the dragons just out of nowhere start chasing a random sheep, even though they've never done this before in the show, so this feels very surprised. And it ends with D'Angelo and Charles getting locked inside the hangar bay with the dragon. And yeah, everything you think will happen happens. Charles has been this idiot who can never be the one at fault. He thinks for a fight and doesn't trust Charles. Eventually, Charles convinces him to break a rule, which actually succeeds. Charles takes the fall for everything, so D'Angelo doesn't get in trouble. You've seen this a million times, and it is nothing special. I guess it's not Charles to get the development he was asking for, but it's kind of hard to get behind him when he's been such an insufferable asshole the whole time. D'Angelo is 100% correct in this entire episode. He is not wrong at all. Episode 3! Okay, so Audrey's probably going to kill me for this one. this was the best episode of the season. And it's about June.
All right, you psychopath. I've been waiting years for this. I hate you.
Yeah, if it's any consolation, I'm just as surprised as you are. This episode was actually pretty solid overall. You actually doesn't come off as whiny or irritable this time around. Her frustration is actually very understandable. Mara is actually a good antagonist. She sees how June is frustrated with all and trying to listen to her. It's insane how Damari and June have a far more established connection as protagonist and antagonist than Tom and Buzzsaw have in 3 seasons since they met. They have a connection when it comes to admiring stories, various histories and cultures, and Damari knows this. We know she's up to no good, as we've shown at the end of episode 1, but that's a good thing because now there's actual suspense. We still don't exactly know what the Dragonflame does at this point, so anything can really go in the situation, and June would have every reason to blame herself in case a person or a dragon got hurt. For the first time in the show, in all 6 seasons, there's actually some compelling writing going on here. I was actually invested in what was going on with our main characters, and I genuinely didn't know what would come next. Now, keep in mind, it's not like astonishing or anything. This episode's still like a 7 out of 10, which for this show is insane. There's still some problems here and there for sure. For starters, did anyone else notice that the animation in this episode was a little off in some places? Some of the facial expressions were really over the top, even by this show standards. I'm using this one in the thumbnail. It's too funny, honestly. Charles is still fucking idiot, and honestly, so is Tom and Alex. They should know better by now. Should have checked that damn picture he took before they left. Hell, why didn't one of them just take the picture? Why'd they ask Charles to do it? She needed my queen, but it's true. Also, Linda was a part of experimental test that saw the children of living creatures in this episode, which basically means I called this shit before anyone else even ever realized it. Linda is a Nazi. I do the whole time. You may have thought that it's just some weird off-color joke I was making, but now it's confirmed. I am vindicated. Admittedly, I thought it was kind of sweet to see Susan at the end of the episode and realize Damari was full of shit. It was actually kind of a relief. Any other show would have had June's mom side with Damari for whatever contrived reason, but they didn't do that, which was actually nice. Like I said, this episode was actually good. Like, I was invested, the threat felt real, nothing was that bad. It was a genuinely good episode. In fact, dare I say it, it's one of the best episodes in the entire show. Like, seriously, color me impressed. I'm sure Audrey will kill me for saying that this episode where June was the main character is one of the best, but I can't help it. I'm really shook. Episode 4. It was okay. Just felt more like the typical fantasy adventure stuff we've been getting from this show. They explore a new realm and see all this deep giant stuff, like this giant slug that's never brought up again after this episode, or this one dragon that's so big and monstrous, we only get to see its shadow and nothing else. The stuff with Charles V and Webmaster was actually pretty good, but it just frustrates me how inconsistent this character can be overall throughout the show. Like I said in my season 4 video, he went from being one of the worst characters to like the second best. But with that being said, his development has been rather spotty at best. In one episode, we can actually relate with him and feel for his struggle to try and fit in with the others. But in another episode, you wonder why they even tolerate him because he's such a huge jackass. I get that he's comic relief, but he's just obnoxious. Sure, watching him overall and trying to drag him back is nice and all, but why do I have the feeling that this season is going to be relevant again anytime soon? The writers are just going to forget this development because they've done it before. It's actually pretty good stuff. Seeing the Death Grippers again was pretty cool. He always had bad design, and then seeing orange one over there really won me over instantly. Like, not gonna lie, pretty cool. Not to mention, we got probably the funniest moment in the entire show.
Holy shit, he's dead! Oh, for sure!
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Did you guys hear that? It sounded like Renola's tail.
See, even our queen agrees. I don't know. Maybe it was a little better than okay.
They
I feel like it's
racist.
still weighed down by Charles' inconsistency.
You know the funny fact? I literally forgot about this show. I mean, the show wasn't even that bad. I mean, I wish they could have just had the usual dragons, but Dude.
You tell the writers actually like this character a lot since he's been getting episodes ever since season 3. Meanwhile, our queen has gone episode hungry for 2 seasons now, but Charles got 2 of them this season? What makes him so special? Episode 5. Oh, man. Just when you were thinking the show was actually on the right track, leave it to episode 5 to just fuck it all up. Because it was the fucking it was the dumb Looney Tunes ass shenanigans. So Namari, because she was experimenting on animals, gets put on suspension. I wish I could talk to your manager. I'm a mom, I am the manager. But the writers soon find out that she's been sneaking out in order to get more dragon sight. Now, why does she need more of it when she's already got a bunch of it already? Why can't she just work with what she's got? Well, maybe she just gets high on the rocks. I don't fucking know. But now I'm she's already high. Now one. So, what does she decide to do? Explode dude down to the hidden world. What? Which is dumb. You're gonna destroy the dragon site, you dumbass. It's just like the villain from that German Tarzan movie I reviewed. Who cares about common sense when the story needs an antagonist? You can find the dragon site right in the open, apparently, so why do you even need a mine for it? What, you need a mine for apples, too? Oh, but trust me, she gets stupider. So, eventually the writers catch her in the act of placing explosives in a cavern, and what does she try to do? She tries to blow herself up! Yeah, I'm dead serious. She's actually willing to kill herself in order to get these fucking rocks that she already has a smorgasbord of already. Yeah, it's just a private kid, but she's literally standing 2 feet away. Like, lady, maybe back up a bit so your threat doesn't make you look nuts. Honestly, I'd expect this level to be from Tom's off me. Oh, okay, yep, see what I mean? Tom is simply wrestling her for control over the trigger of an explosive device that is literally 2 fucking feet away. How is Linda somehow the smartest character in the whole room right now? This would be a question I'd be asking by season 6, wouldn't it? So, somehow the explosive only traps the riders for some reason. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not how demons work. They would all be trapped, which would actually be a way more interesting plot if they were all stuck together and had to work together in order to survive. But no, only our main characters are trapped because plot. I guess it was kind of nice seeing Amari show actual regret for what she thought was their deaths. You know, for her to show some actual depth to her character, but it sadly doesn't go anywhere, and then she goes right back to being a well-down challenge. Yeah, take a shot every fucking time she says that. You'll be blitzed off your ass by the end of the episode.
You don't know how I feel. You're just a child. I'm a world-renowned scientist. I'm a world-renowned scientist, and I do not deserve this kind of harassment. Correct or wrong, I am a world-renowned scientist.
Bro.
But somehow everything I've said so far was not the dumbest thing. The dumbest part comes with this. So there's a security camera placed in front of Lamar's house, which how come the cameras are only just now being plot relevant and never caught the dragon and they were running around before? Kind of to think about it. Anyway, in order to go down into the hidden world, guess what Namari had to do? She used the back door since it wasn't shown to have a camera on it. I'm just kidding, that's what someone with common sense would do. Instead, she dug a fucking hole to China in her living room. A big-ass fucking hole that she's been climbing in and out of. How did she dig this hole without any fancy equipment? How did she expect to keep experimenting on the dragon side without any access to her lab? How did she not fall straight through the rug the moment she stepped on it? What was anybody thinking when writing this shit? So many questions that frankly aren't even worth answering because life is just too important. Actually made Namari a fun tactic to watch. She was actually pretty clever and knew how to exploit our main character's insecurities to her benefit. She was actually intelligent, which isn't saying a lot for the show, but it was still actually good. But now, she looks like a fucking lunatic, threatening to blow herself up over some rocks that she can find outside and digging a hole to China. Also, she manages to escape the room despite there being 8 people in it. Sure, 5 of them are all gave her some trouble back in the cave. She's not a strong woman. She pretty much walked out and no one stopped her. Oh, and I guess Linda went with her too and was also able to escape. Like, this is so dumb. I honestly don't think this is the stupidest thing I've seen in the show so far, but damn is it stupid.
Stop running. Stop running. Oh, you got a sniper, you dumb hoe. What? No way! What? No way. Especially doing the Odyssey quest? Oh my. I can't believe I just did that.
Oh.